There is a new sport coming in the Land of Dawn along with lots of new skin surveys. There are major adjustments on heroes and in-game too. So come, let's discuss it in this video. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we will discuss everything about patch note 1.8.28 and everything that came along with it. Before getting into this video, I have something to tell you and it's important. What is it? Well, we are back with our 10 epic skins giveaway to celebrate 1.2 million subs. All you have to do is just like, share and subscribe. Yes, that's it. Hurry up, time is ticking. We are only 4.5k subs away. Moving on to hero adjustments. Kimi is undergoing some adjustments aimed at reducing her focus on energy management while balancing her damage output. Her attributes are receiving a buff, her maximum energy is being increased by 100 points and her energy regen per second is increased by 5 points. However, her passive is seeing enough in terms of basic attack damage and attack effects. These are reduced to 15% of both total physical attack and total magic power at all levels. The attack effect has been reduced by 7 points. Energy regen after a kill has been increased by 15 points. Her skill 1 is also buffed. Its base damage is increased from 20 to 30 and simplified scaling from 22% in the early game and 27% in the late game. The total physical attack is 24% in the early game to 29% in the late game. Total magic power is now flat 20%. Her skill 2 has been buffed. The energy cost has been increased by 20 points in the early game and 35 points in the late game. Finally, her ultimate is nerfed by removing its energy regen effect entirely. His skill 1 has undergone a buff. Gushan is now immune to control effects where he uses his skill 1 dash where you can move to the marked target. This is a quality of life improvement that many Gushan players will appreciate. The buff to Eve seems to be course correction aimed at restoring some of her utility after previous nerfs. Her skill 1 has received a buff. The slow effect on her skill 2 has been increased by 10% at both initial and later stages. Her ultimate slow swipe effect has been increased by 10%. Valentina has gone ahead and received another nerf. The developers have decided to nerf Valentina to boost the pick rate of other mages in higher ranks. Her ultimate has been nerfed. The stolen ultimate cooldown has been increased by 10% at all levels. Julian's previous buff has been reverted. The ultimate cast range has been reduced from 4 to 3.5. Julian players will need to position themselves more carefully before casting their ultimate, as the reduced range makes it slightly less flexible in engagements. New hero Nolan has finally received a nerf. His ultimate cooldown increased by 8 seconds in the early game and 4 seconds in the late game. And his base damage reduced by 10 points in the early game and 30 points in the late game. This increased the window of vulnerability of Nolan in the early and mid game. The reduced base damage also makes his combos less potent, requiring players to be more accurate and strategic. Tammuz has received a much needed buff. His skill 2 cooldown was reduced by 4 seconds in the early game and 2 seconds in the late game. The ultimate cooldown has been reduced by 3 seconds in the early game and 5 seconds in the late game. Tammuz will be more available for skirmishes and team fights thanks to the reduced cooldown, making him more attractive option for aggressive playstyles. Guinevere has received a huge buff. Her skill 2 now has a new added effect where the first strike now briefly stuns the target. This ensures that the second strike is more likely to hit and knock the target airborne, which in turn helps in the chain with the ultimate. Moscow has received another set of nerf. His ultimate cooldown has been increased by 14 seconds in the early game and 10 seconds in the late game. This change significantly increases the downtime of Moscow's ultimate, reducing his ability to frequently engage or disengage in fights. Moscow player will now have to be more judicious when using their ultimate, as misuse could result in unfavorable trades or missed opportunities. Nathan has a buff to his ultimate. His ultimate cooldown has been decreased by 8 seconds in the early game and 4 seconds in the late game. The reduced cooldown on Nathan's ultimate makes him more agile in battle, allowing him to frequently switch between his normal and time reversal state. This buff enhances his flexibility and responsiveness in various game scenarios, which could increase his pick rate in matches. Tigreal also has undergone a slight nerf. His ultimate cooldown has been increased by 10 seconds in the early game and 8 seconds in the late game. Khalid has been nerfed. His skill 1's physical attack bonus has been reduced by 5%. Let's move on to battlefield adjustments. The gold lane nerf from the previous patch has been reverted. The gold boost gain from siege minions is now back to 35% instead of 10%. There are some adjustments made to Lord. The developers aim the Lord should deal more damage to tanks. So the developers have fixed an issue where physical damage was shown as true damage. Lord now deals 80% physical attack plus 8% of the target's maximum HP to deal more damage to the tanks. Lord's special attack Thunder Strike now deals 450 plus 12% target's maximum HP as true damage to weakened tanks. Moving on to weekly free heroes. The weekly free heroes from 20th of October to 27th of October are as follows. The extra free heroes for Starlight members are as follows. Moving on to system adjustments. The developers have added a Change Ally Hero button which allows you to change your hero from one to another without leaving the practice area.
A true hero has come to help.
They have also added the buy equipment for bots, from which you can buy equipment for the AI dummies you add. A new button in the shop also has been added, the Sell All Equipment button. This button will be on the left of the purchase button in the shop. You can tap it to sell all the purchased equipment, but this feature doesn't seem to work. They have also added the Relocate Ally Hero button. You can tap the button and tap the minimap to relocate an ally hero. This button doesn't seem to work. The developers have optimized the maximum level button. The first time you tap the button, the hero will be upgraded to level 15, but won't learn all the skills. If you tap it on again, it will upgrade all the skill to maximum level. They have also optimized the Reset Ally and Enemy Levels button. Tapping the button also resets the hero's gold to 300. The developer decided to change gold added from 2000 to 10,000. The close lane button now kills all the minions. The damage bot now has lower HP but cannot be killed. Moving on to surveys and more. First we have the MSC skin design for Valentina. Here is the design one. It looks very cool with the purple tint. Valentina's probe fits her well and her orb looks classy with a purple and bluish tint. The design too looks fearsome with a red tint. Her suit is very well designed along with her artifact. The design 3 looks more of a nature inspired. She looks like Middle Eastern royalty in this one. The design 4 has more futuristic vibes to it. The dark blue tint along with her red hair enhances her look even more. I hope this design turns up as the winner. Valentina has got another final survey for her collector skin. The skin design is collector worthy with the intriguing color effects combinations of yellow and blues. Her dress looks heavenly and gives me angelic vibes. Moving on, we have the surveys of Claude Epic. Design 1 is called Devil Redemption, and it sure looks like the devil is on his way to redemption. The purple and yellowish orange wings, along with the badass gun on his right arm, are just out of this world. Dexter became a fitting partner to have with that devilish look. Design 2 is named Goddess Blessing. Claude looks like the heavenly fighter in this one. It doesn't look like he needs any protection, rather he will make you regret it with his glamorous blaster. Design 3 is called Demon Alloy. Now that looks like a demon, doesn't it? His deformed wings, scary looking tail, and body armor, not to forget the demonic look for Dexter, make this design one of the best. Design 4 is known as Martial Arts Master, and watching Claude do Kung Fu will be something I can wait for any time. His martial arts suit with the blue gloves and orange messy hair makes him look dope. Do you see Dexter just enjoying there like a Chad with the hat? Design 5 is named Electronic Music Boy. With the electric guitar in his hand as his weapon and funky design outfit, this survey fits the criteria as most creative one. Just look at Dexter turned into a funky musical keyboard. Next, we have the survey design for Kimmy's skin. This skin is expected to come in a separated event. The design is in its initial stages, but looking at it, I can say it looks definitely cool. Her purple blaster along with her pent canes looks very creative and maybe more like Edith's fragmented body armor.
I swear to protect it till my last breath.
Next, we have the surveys for Freya's possible legend skin. Freya looks like an astral warrior here. Her sword shield fits her perfectly and body armor looks decent too. This is also not the finalized survey. The design for her ultimate form looks more or less the same with some tweaks in the design of her weapon. Moving on, new special starlight skin surveys for Alucard. The design one looks enigmatic with the orange and white tones. I don't get what his sword was turned into here. Help me out for this in the comment section. Design 2 doesn't look that great to me. Maybe the greenish color tone is throwing me off. The suit design are good though. His sword looks decent and matches the suit. Design 3 looks more like our handsome and deadly Alucard. His blade looks like it's ready to cut through you. And Alucard's probe look very stylish, the most stylish of them all. Next, we have the new squad surveys named Shadow Blade Class 3 Uniform Legion. The squad consists of Harith, Alucard, Estes and Link skins. Harith's design looks funky. To be honest, it looks like they are just fancy naval officers. I mean, just look at that hat, his uniform and his gears. Doesn't it give the vibes of modern navy? Alucard design is my favorite in this skin series. His swords look so freaking cool with the red and neon glows, and his right hand holding it looks even cooler with those devilish enhancements. Estes' design looks very nightmarish with the Shinigami holding his scroll. The lens in his one eye with the traditionally themed probe matches perfectly with his appearance. Link's design is just out of this world. The Shinigami coming out of his right hand holding his light and agile sword. His cape fits him well and complements his looks even further. Next, we have Starlight or Special Skin Survey for Nolan. First, we have Bloodline Judge. With that look on his face, he is definitely look like one. The red cosmic gauge of his looks so good and his attire gives off a modern but tribalish look. It's cool. Next is Nolan's Time Array. It's a really cool skin, but we already have futuristic skins. It's about time we get something different. Next one is Sonic Boom Rhythm Commander. Nolan has a completely different vibe. It looks like his cosmic gauge has an inbuilt piano that reminds me of all the Atomic Pop skins we got. The next one is Sonic Boom Classical Performer. This one is also extremely good, my favorite one so far. His cosmic gauge has strings in it. It looks so good. Next one, Sea Monster Fleet Legion Commander. I'm sorry guys, nothing is beating this Admiral look and that blue cosmic gauge all go well together. I really want this to win. The next one is Raven Assassin. Guys, it looks like Nolan stopped being a good father and joined the Ravens, but the design looks cool, especially his cape. Next is Paranormal Response Organization. This looks okay, it is similar to the previous one, but this one has a better cosmic gauge and a bionicle to make him look smart. This is Raven Moscow's artwork. He is all set to release on November on the official with the new looks and revamped skills. If you haven't caught up on it, I suggest you to watch this video. The link is in the top right corner. Sun artwork has also been finalized along with his hero portrait. It's expected to arrive on November 7 alongside Moscow, but it's not confirmed. The artwork for Cici looks something like this. Akai's Pumpkin Brawler will be available on the 23rd of October with the Halloween event. Here is the finished artwork for M5 Yuzong's M5 skin. It looks very cool and I can't wait till the skill effects are complete. The M5 event is expected to go live on the 20th of November. If you want to stay updated about all the other events, watch this video after finishing this video. Yuzong's Prime artwork looks something like this. Isn't it freaking cool? The excitement for M5 just increased 2 times more after seeing this. Here are some M5 assets. The emotes for M5 will be like this. December collector will be Valentina and it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Here are some graffitis. Here are the upcoming emotes and borders. The annual Starlight emote and the border for it. The Mistbender emote for Nana and Aldous, and their borders look like this. The emote for Granger Exorcist look like this, and border like this. And this is emote for Hayabusa along with the Avatar border. Here is the emote for 1111. 11's custom action looks like this. So which skin are you excited to see the most? Are you happy with all the hero adjustments? Will you be trying out the new training camp? Comment down your thoughts below. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Keep supporting Kazuki Official.